Hello, and welcome back to Unraveled Beer Thoughts. Today I have a specialty from Martin House called Freakin French Toast. I'm gonna hold it that way you can see it better. It is a whiskey barrel aged French toast stout. What else we got in here? 12% cinnamon, lactose, brown sugar, and maple syrup. So probably just an ounce or two of this will be just fine. 48 IBUs, 24.2 original gravity. So this is Martin House, a local brewery in Texas. So if you haven't been or had a Martin House beer before, I think the regular stuff, okay. One of those few breweries that most of the time I judge a brewery based on their regular stuff. And then if I won't usually drink their specialties unless the regular is good. Martin House is weird in this. I think the regular stuff is okay. It's not great. I don't go out of my way for it. I'll probably drink the whole thing if I have one. But their specialties that come in like two cans like this stacked in a box, a rectangle box. There's just two cans in there and it comes in this nice box. A lot of these are very, very good. I will generally get one when I see a new one come out, and they have them. That new one's coming out like probably every couple of months or so. It seems like probably less than that. It's probably, I'd say every 6 months maybe there's a new one that comes out. But this is the newest one, and I got my nice stout glass here to enjoy, and I figured I'd give it a taste and record it and give my thoughts and opinions. So yeah, we've got pretty good. Some pretty good foam there for the for a heavy stout. Pretty well carbonated. Whew, 12%. I'm gonna drink this slow and take it easy. It's my son's birthday tomorrow. We started celebrating tonight, and we're doing a sleep out in the living room, and they're watching Spider-Man Far From Home right now. He's turning 10 tomorrow, and so I am stepping away. I figured I'd record my first try of this, as I've never had it before. So let's see. Definitely smell the cinnamon. Man. Okay, my cat is gonna mess things up here. This is Wasabi. Say hi, Wasabi. Wasabi likes to get into things. He was hiding in my office chair, trying to stay warm. Let's see. Man. Almost some like hard fruit kind of flavor in there. I wonder if that's from the maple. But cinnamon, catch the cinnamon a little bit. Pretty sweet. Definitely get the maple on the back end. That's there. I'm not sure if it's some stouts I would almost say. I don't think I want to drink this all the time. There's another brewery here in Denton that brews a I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a breakfast. It's called Brunch Money, and it's supposed to be like a French toast sort of. I don't know if it's a stout, but like a heavy ale. Maybe it's considered a barley wine. You can only drink a little bit of it. I think this is less sweet and more balanced than that is. Because usually I'll drink a couple ounces of that one, and that's good, but I don't ever want a whole can. It's too much. This one tastes a little more balanced out. It's not quite as heavy as the Brunch Money. Brunch Money is very thick and syrupy for a big beer. This one does not have as much of a syrupy feel to it. It just has the maple taste. The cinnamon is not overwhelming. It's just about as much cinnamon as you'd expect on a piece of French toast. I say that and I realize people might make their French toast in different ways. I don't put a lot of cinnamon on mine. I usually put more the powdered sugar than I do cinnamon. I'd say this is pretty good. Part of me is like, I kind of want a little egg flavor in there, but I don't know that you really want that in a beer. Although the idea is intriguing. Um, it's whiskey barrel aged, and I kind of have a hunch that even though I'm not 100% sure, I would say I find the lactose flavor in there. Maybe that's what smooths it out a little bit. I wonder if the whiskey and the lactose kind of together smooth it out a little bit. But I would say this is a decent beer. It's a little hot on the back end, but not as much as you would think for 12%. I would say it's actually smooth for a 12% beer in general. Smoother than a lot. I do taste the alcohol on the back end, but without feeling it quite as much. Um, that feeling comes later, but it's not bad. I think it's a beer worth trying if you've never had it before. If you like this kind of compilation, sort of a barrel aged sweet stout, then I would say this is worth putting it to the palate test and seeing how it compares to anything else you've had. Definitely falls in the more odd craft beer options that are available. This is not a bad one. So, Freakin' French Toast by Martin House Brewing in Texas. If you get to Texas and you get to try a Martin House beer, definitely look for the beers that come in a 2 beers in a box. Most of those are good. Now, I will caveat that with I drink every style of beer that I can get my hands on. So I don't necessarily. I do have a favorite style. I like stouts. Stouts are are easily my favorite style. But I will drink sours and I'll drink lagers and all kinds of different ones because I do like them all. I just prefer stouts over a lot of other beers. But if you don't like sours, then I would definitely avoid those. Or if you have some particular style that you're kind of like, yeah, I don't want to do that. You might make you a little uneasy. They do have some very odd flavors in their beer that you would look on the box and think, I don't know if I've ever had a beer with that in it. But they're usually good. I actually can't think of a single one that I had was not like, it was very tasty, even if it had some interesting flavors that I wouldn't normally think to put in a beer. So that is Freakin' French Toast by Martin House. I hope you enjoyed this tasting. Have a great rest of your weekend.